Hey guys, I'm here at the drive-in tonight. Tonight they're showing Jumanji, the Next Level, and they're also showing Dolittle. Before I came in tonight, I was thinking to myself, I have not seen the first Jumanji movie. You know what? I actually rented it and I watched it. And I really, really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. So I'm really excited about seeing the sequel. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see how it measures up with the first movie. But other than that, I'm going to be back in just a few seconds to let you know what I think about the first movie after I make my stop at the concession stand, of course. And I'll see you guys later and let you know. All right, see you, bye. Alright guys, I just got done watching Jumanji, the Next Level, and the way I want to attack this, again, let me preface this by saying that I watched the first movie minutes before I set out to drive to the drive-in and watch this movie. So I had the original movie fresh in my mind. But we all know, when I say original, I mean the rebooted version of Jumanji. We all remembered what, of course I'm going to put it over here, but I forget what the date for the original Jumanji movie, the Robin Williams version of that movie. And it was a strictly mediocre movie as far as I'm concerned. So when I heard that the rebooting Jumanji, and then I saw a preview for it, and instead of it being a board game, it was a video game. I was immediately put off by that, and I did not want to see that movie. That's why I just got around to watching it. Now, the way I want to review this movie is by talking to you about the first movie, and then we'll move on to the second movie. All right, so we start off by these teenagers being transported into the video game. And then each and every one of those characters were represented by Avatar, played by our various different actors. Dwayne Johnson, Karen Gillian, Jack Black, Kevin Hart. In every single portrayal of that character, we were reminded of the character that they were outside of the video game. And I actually bought every single one of those caricatures, those portrayal of those characters. I saw that the original characters shine through in their performances, and I really dug that about that. So come the second movie, the Jumanji, the second level, we were introduced to two brand new characters. We were introduced to Danny Glover's character and also Danny DeVito's character. Danny DeVito and Danny Glover's character get sucked into the video game, and they're assigned the characters that we were introduced to in the first movie. And let me say this. All right, so again, I said that Dwayne Johnson portrays the kind of the backward, socially awkward, socially shy kid in the real world. In this version of the game, Dwayne Johnson is the avatar of Danny DeVito's character, and I'll be honest with you, watching Dwayne Johnson trying to do a Danny DeVito was very painful. No, don't get me wrong. I love Dwayne Johnson as long as he's playing Dwayne Johnson. If he's like that handsome, suave, muscular, tough guy with the golden heart. And as long as he plays that character, I buy every single role he's in. If he's trying to act, like I said, it was painful to watch. It was very awkward, and I did not enjoy that. Now, here's some surprises. I love Jack Black, and I loved him switching off characters here and there. He played two characters in this movie, one being the kind of cheerleader girl character, and also being the football player. And he did both of those very, very adequately. I really enjoyed his portrayal in that role. I loved Kevin Hart, and I liked his interpretation of Danny Glover in his acting. It was it was really fun. It was really fun to watch. As far as the plot goes, we're pretty much getting a rehash of what happened in the first movie. It was basically, here's a video game, here's a video game scenario. You're going to have to complete the video game scenario to get to the end, to get back to the real world. To be honest with you, I did not enjoy this movie as much as the original. I would give Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, a good 90 to 95%. I'm going to go, well, let's split the difference. We'll say a 93%. I really enjoyed it. There were a couple things that I didn't enjoy about it. The video game action was a little too hard to swallow at times. But the character development and the character interactions made the movie worthwhile. I would have to say that it's the exact same thing in this movie. The cartoon violence and the over-exaggerated strengths of the character pulled me out of the story. But the way that the characters interacted was where this movie actually excelled. Unfortunately, it didn't excel as much as the first movie, so I'm going to have to go and give this... I'm going to give it a 70%. So a 70%. A 70% is exactly what I'm going to give this movie. Alright, so anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and watch Dolittle, which got the mom seal approval, so that means it's bad. So anyways, the next movie up is Dolittle. I'm going to go ahead and watch that in just a few seconds. I'll be right back to let you know what I think. Alright, I'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, I just got done watching Dolittle, and I'm a little conflicted here. Let's just say this up in front. I did enjoy the movie, but there were just some kind of mishmash tones in the movie that I'll discuss in just a minute. Let's go ahead and discuss the movie first. It was basically Robert Downey Jr. playing Dolittle, who finds himself in kind of a predicament where he has sequestered himself off from the rest of man and has just devoted himself in taking care of what, kind of like his self-proclaimed wildlife preserve, where his home resides on. And that ownership comes into question when the queen, who has given him that mansion, she falls ill. So there is a message sent to him saying that his ownership of that wildlife preserve is in danger unless he can save the queen. So him and a young ward go off on this fairy tale adventure to try to save the queen. Here's my takeaway here. Well, first off, I want to discuss what's wrong with the movie, because I want to say what's right with the movie until the end of the review. What's wrong with the movie is it just seemed, like I said, it had some mishmash tones to it. It had a very fairy tale tone to it. It felt like a cinema telling of a fairy tale. But at the same time, some of the characters in the movie, mostly were CGI animals in the movie, which were well rendered and very easy to watch, but some of the jokes that they told and some of the characters they portrayed were hard to swallow. There was a squirrel in there that seemed to kind of emote William Shatner's portrayal of Captain Kirk, giving out like captain's logs, and there were jokes in there that were meant for more. It wasn't adult humor, but it was humor that could only be understood by adults. Here's my takeaway from the film. This is what I really enjoyed about this film. Now, we all have seen Robert Downey Jr. in many, many, many roles. In fact, just recently, I've seen him in, I think I was watching Johnny Be Good, which he was a teenager in that movie. I also just watched Charlie Bartlett, and we all know him as Iron Man. As in my humble opinion, I might be making some people mad out there, but in my humble opinion, we're just getting an over-exaggerated Robert Downey Jr. in those roles. He just looks like the same character, the same guy, the same Robert Downey Jr. that we all know and love. In this movie, he seemed to have transformed himself into Dr. Dolittle, this kind of shy, doctor that speaks kind of like his own dialect, and even the mannerisms of his voice and the way he delivers his lines was really quite different from what I'm used to from Robert Downey Jr. I really, really like that about this movie. So that's my takeaway. I loved Robert Downey Jr. and his delivery of this Dr. Dolittle role for us. I enjoyed that quite a bit. As far as his portrayal of that character, I'm going to go ahead and give that 100%. As far as the movie goes, with its flaws, I'm going to give it a 75. I enjoyed it, but there were some things that I didn't. A 75% is the best I'm going to give this movie. It was good, but not 100% good. So for the grade card, I'm going to go ahead and give Jumanji the Next Level. It was a 70%. Not, and it might be unfair, but I was comparing it to the first one, which I found completely fun and enjoyable. I found this one not as fun and enjoyable, and some of the acting just pull me completely out of the story. So a 70%, it's going to suffer. So a 70% is the highest it's going to get. 75 for Dr. Dolittle, only for the simple fact that I really enjoyed Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Dolittle. All right, well, guys, that's it. That's my stay at the drive-in. I hope you enjoyed listening to me. And if you don't, well, you know what? Leave a comment on below and tell me how wrong I was with these movies. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and go. I enjoyed spending the few minutes that I did with you guys talking about these movies, but I would like to have a discussion about these movies, so please leave a comment down below and let me know what you thought about these movies. All right. As always, I wish everybody peace. Matane. I'll talk to you guys later, and goodbye.